Okay, I'm back. When you flip the corners and you start to see a difference in that you can see the transparency, you know it has lifted. So let me see if I can grab it now. I can almost feel it. Yep, there it is. My fingernail's in there. So now I'm going to rip this thing off. I'm going to lay it down face sticky side up. I'm going to use this paper to anchor it, to hold it down. And I did find a better pen. This one was filled with alcohol. I bought these and had one filled with alcohol, one filled with water, but this one has a very nice point on it. So let's see what colors I would choose. This one's been used before, and it's kind of, oh, lovely purple. So let me give it a whirl using, let's see if I can do this properly here. I'm trying to look through the camera and paint at the same time, and it's not quite the same. It kind of puts you off a little bit, but let me see if I can get this. I may just, now the red that's showing up is because I have moved her around. If I could find a cleaner place to video this, you'd see the difference. I'm only, instead of touching the sticky part, I'm only touching the backing paper that I have adhered to the label, sticky label. I'm going to pull my Inktense block and set it over here, so I can pick up this wonderful color. Now notice my hand. I'm not trying very hard not to get it stuck to my hand. But this coloring is just amazing. It's very highly pigmented color. Like I've done many videos on Inktense block because I love them. If I weren't looking through this camera, I would do a better job. But I'm trying to paint while looking through this camera, which is hanging on my neck. I know, it's just not smart, is it? I should have a place, but sometimes I want to get like real close and see while I'm doing it, I can get real close. The nice thing is, it is not distorting the black very much, or if at all. Sometimes the black ink. So now let's try a lighter, maybe color here, but you can see it can be a faint color, or let me see if I can get it done here. I don't know if she's holding something in her hand. I suspect she might be, but maybe not. But a little color goes a long way. You can make it very pastel-y, or you can make it more intense. And let me get some up here just for fun. This great big fan she's got behind her head. And I could do a better job than this, really, if it weren't for the camera sticking in my head, under my chin. But if it were a flower, now I could even add color. Once this dries, you can get more intense color by adding. So let me see if I can pick up some more color. I'm sorry this is not working here. Whoops. The key is not laying your hand down and getting stuck to the sticky back on this label. This is kind of crazy, isn't it? I am really nuts, but I get these ideas and I have to try them right away. And rather than try to do a professional job videoing, I don't. But you know, if you ever wondered about something, you want to do it right away. At least I do. Let me get her shoulder here. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Now, she's got this fan or something in the back. I don't even know what it is. I think it's a fan. And I don't even know if it should be all the way. I can't hardly tell. I'd have to go look at the original thing. But anyway, let's put some color in her dress. Oh, now what I really need to do, and I'm going to do it now, is cut another piece of this paper, this sticky paper, and anchor it somewhere where I'm not going to want to, yeah, like right there, color, and that way I can move it around and not get my hand on it. And this water brush is lovely. I love these Inktense blocks. I know they're expensive, but they last forever, and they work with everything. There's hardly been anything I've tried that I can't get them to work with. So, now, do I want to do her face? Do I dare? Let's see if I can find some color that might work and not be too ugly. Needs to be a little bit more pink. Let's see. Actually, here's a color right here I've used before. I think it's good. Yeah. I'm testing it down here. I really should test it up here, but so anyway, let me give it a whirl. Let me just see. If I can get a little bit of a... I would do better to... Yeah. Let's see. I need to mix some colors, and I don't have the palette with me to do it. I need to mix a little bit of a pink with a little bit of a yellow to get a decent skin tone, although it's not looking too bad, is it? Whoops. Now what happened? Ugh, I made a mess. I got some, probably cat hair. There's something in there. I can't figure out what it is. But anyway, the color's not bad. Let's see if I get her face. And maybe just a little bit is all I need. What on earth do I have stuck to that? Something is stuck. Ah, it's either one of these brushes. All right, what am I doing here? Oh, I got to get it lifted up somehow. And without getting myself in there. Darn. I can't get this little brush up. And that's what I want to get out. There, I think I've got it. Oh, I've made a mess. Actually, I really haven't. Look at that. It actually is a little artistic, isn't it? Let's see if I can get the color back in there now. Oh, I'm getting the brush back. Oh, I think I've gotten... Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to. Anyway, you know that this is an experiment, right? And let's see, I think I had the color pretty good though. Let me see. Oh, now I could done it again. Picked up, there was cat hair. That's what it was. I'm using this, oh, you wouldn't understand. And I hate to tell you that I have a cat that loves tape. And he runs around the room looking for anything sticky. He probably got a whisker in there. And that's what has happened to my paints. Anyway, you get the idea, right? And I think that's all I really wanted to do is I got her arm pretty good. She's looking like a little blotchy. That's how I look when I drink anything alcoholic. I get this funny blotches all over me. That's kind of how she looks. So I think I can smooth it around. Anyway, look at her. So, what I think I need to do, and you know, I don't even have a paper towel handy. That's why I'm picking up all this crap. So I'm going to go back to the purple because I do think the only thing needed here now is to get around here and put some of that color in there and in here because it is a fan, or maybe not. Now I really need to stop and pick up a tissue. Should have been prepared. Hold on. Okay, for purposes of this experiment, we have her colored. Now, let me get a book page and just plunk her down, turn her around. I should just wave her in the air a little bit, let her dry. I dare not use a heat gun. Remember what when you use a heat gun on any adhesive, it unsticks it. So here I go. I am going to put her down and burnish her and release the backing paper. And well, I think I got a piece down here. Lift it up and release the backing paper. Now, let's see what we have. Burnish her down. Oh, it's quite nice. Let's see. What do you think, guys? I even managed to get her skin color, and it's all protected under here, so it won't go anywhere. Look at that. So I don't know if I think her fan, I think back here is a tiny bit of background right in here, which could have been a different color, but who's going to notice that? You saw the disadvantage I was working under. I was not prepared, did not have a paper towel, had a cat whisker. Oh, God. But really, now, if you have some flowers and floral arrangements, if I could do that with something as detailed as this, just imagine. When I moved it across, I must have, either this is from a previous thing, I don't know, could have been. But, what do you think? It can be colored. And she's beautiful. Wow. How sweet. You would think that I went through a lot of effort to create this, right? On this page. Ooh. Let's see. Can you get a close-up? Let me see if I can do that. Right. So you really cannot see. Here's where it ends up here. You can't, it blends in so beautifully, and it's matte. And I'm not even messing up the color. Well, I'm so pleased with myself that I thought about this. And it's adhered beautifully. Wow. I wonder what that was. I could have put a different color there. But anyway, you can see it didn't smear the black, I don't think. Might have a little bit, but not a lot. Not so you'd notice. And there is my little sweet little thing on the book page. Okay. 2 experiments in one day. Well, and while I was playing with the color, I had printed out a lace pattern. Now, I ended up using my black only ink on yet another sheet of the label paper. I don't think I'm going to separate it that quickly here, but yes, that is a label paper. And this I plan, one thing I noticed when I use the black, see those little white lines going all the way through there? It's very annoying, and I don't know why my printer does that. I wish I did. I don't seem to get that when I print black using the color. So that's the end of that. I will not use black only again. You see those white lines? Now, when I turn this over, I could just, fill in with black ink. But I'm probably not going to do it because from a distance you can't really tell. And what my object will be to cut this up in various pieces. Not use the whole sheet anyway, I don't think. But cut up, I could just cut up this part. I could cut up the bottom and plunk it down on whatever projects I'm working on. And it will do the same thing as the vellum. Again, yeah, let's see if oh, it's working. Look at this. See this? See? See it? See it? See it? I'm going to let it adhere to the backing sheet until I want to cut it up. But it's better than vellum to me because it's already got the adhesive on there. Like imagine if I cut up a motif, like this motif here. I don't have to worry about putting glue on it. I just have to peel it. That's the only effort here. And plunk it down wherever I need it. So, yes, this is continuing to be a very good find for all those sheets I bought many moon ago of matte labels. So this will be pretty adhered to anything, I think. I'm going to have such fun with this. So, lesson to myself, note to self, put your setting back on color, even when you're doing black, because I don't like those white lines, and it happens almost every time. You think I'd learn by now, but this is going